everyone. We are on property since this morning. We had a meeting with the tourism director of the tourism office of Frederick County, and we are going to do some stuff. We're working in the office. We just opened a few accounts, and we're gonna go and check on Jose, and we are gonna have to go and pick up gas and everything for machinery. Okay, we're at the mill house here, checking on Jose. We started to create a pathway like I mentioned earlier. Yeah, let's go and check on him. As you all remember, this area, a lot of the trees were pruned and everything, and we ended up with a few mountains here of wood chips. We got rid of most of it during the time that we created pathways, but we had one big one left, and we are working on that other pathway now that we're just working on. So it's a little heavier because it's pretty wet after all the rain we got, but it's still great material to use. So let's go. Here I'm trying to cut some branches off that were bothering me while walking on the trails, so we want to make sure that people are comfortable and not getting hit or stung by one of those branches. So we're clearing the road for the future. Hey guys, so we're working on the last strip here. A little bit more work to do, but we're almost there. So now we're able to actually walk and wander the property here between two creeks. One is the Meadow Creek run, and then the other one is our spring water that eventually merges into the creek later on. But I want to create some peaceful areas here that people that want to do a hike on property, they can do a loop around the entire property. So working on a plan to do that and getting some rest areas as well, like right here under this massive tree. We pruned a little bit and there's space to have a bench here and people can relax. They hear the overflow of the spring in the background, so it's very peaceful. And then we're gonna take all the pruned branches away again, and we're not gonna touch this anymore. At the end too, it's kind of a dead end over there. So at the end I want to have 2 chairs for people to just be away from everything. And maybe later on we can put a bridge over the creek to go to our vegetable gardens and stuff, to continue the trail around the property, passing the vegetable gardens, go around the entire property. So very exciting about that. So about a month ago, or not even a month ago, we planted sunflower seeds here. As you remember, this is the meadow, wildflower meadow. I can still see clover and oats that were growing here before. Then it was cut, then we reseeded with sunflower seeds. As you maybe remember, many episodes ago, we kind of created a pathway here, and I want to continue to do this. Landscape designer told me to continue mowing the pathway so we don't have to cut the high grasses anymore in the future. That when all the flowers are growing, the path will be cut weekly, basically. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I mean, we are working on this area as much as possible for potential future weddings and stuff. So it's important that it looks amazing for future wedding couples that want to come and check it out. Let's go. Okay, we're here at the Chumley house, and since renovations is about to start, we need to find a solution for our creative office space. So we are thinking, because this is going to be phase 2, of finding a way to move our office in this building. So yeah, let's go and see. We haven't been here in a while. We need to start looking into selling a lot of these items in here too, or get another dumpster in. So let's go and check it out. doesn't work. Okay. Okay. Wow, it smells nice in here. Okay, we are here in the Chumley, and as you can see, the die-hard watchers of our videos, they know that one of our first episodes that we clean out the house. There's a lot of items that we didn't want to get rid of. We had a dumpster here, but we either want to keep things and renovate them, or or see if we can sell them, or we will see what's going on. But this place was going to be the first renovation, and that those plans changed. So now we need to move this. We need to move everything from the manor house and move everything from the other cottages, because construction will start there. We need to move our office, and I want to see if we can already kind of renovate this or salve a little bit, with cleaning up, new paint, refreshed air and stuff, because it's beautiful. This building is so beautiful, so that we can have the check-in of the hotel already here. Eventually, phase 2 will get this renovated too, within probably a year after the first phase was done. But I think in the first few months we can utilize this. And since our office is going to be gone, we need to have a creative loft. So even if it doesn't become check-in immediately, we can put our office here. It's air conditioned. It's going to be cleaned up, of course. This should be emptied. We put our desks in here. We see everybody that shows up on the property and stuff, and can follow the renovation. So great. For new subscribers, you haven't seen this building in a while, or never. It's the house of John Chumley. It's a beautiful woodwork. And yeah, I could give it a quick tour again to refresh your minds for the people that saw this episode a long time ago. But let's go. Okay, let's go. So here's the entrance and the reception area where a guest will check in. Over time there will be a bar over here. This is going to be closing off because this is going to be the kitchen. It is currently a kitchen, but we want to close it off for the guest and open up a new door through here for the new restaurant. So it's going to be a smaller unit, but a little bit more artistic feel and stuff. Not like the very nice kitchen like we're going to have in the manor, but it's still going to be a very functional and cute kitchen. A lot smaller, So then we go to one of the most beautiful rooms on property, and that is where our seating area for the bar will come. I know it's a mess right now, but the fireplace I can fit 4 times in there. So this is going to be the only log fireplace that we will have on property. All the rest will be gas. But it needs to be the lounge where people can relax in the evening. When there's a storm outside, they can cuddle, they can read a newspaper in the morning. They can have a whiskey here late night before they go to bed. So this is a very cool space. We have a most amazing door on property too. And you might remember this one, but for the new subscribers, look at the size of this door. Behind here, this door will be here, but it will turn into a restaurant. So we're gonna have a conservatory style dining room with 30 seats, a bar, restrooms for the guests, and then beautiful terraces around here so people can actually do outdoor dining and stuff. More casual restaurant than the other restaurant we have, but as important for me as the other one. So yeah, we have 2 rooms upstairs. Okay, we are on the 2nd level of the Chumley house, and there were 2 suites here before. One we're gonna turn into a bedroom, so this is gonna turn into a suite. We're gonna do some renovation, get rid of the middle part here. So this kind of gonna open up, and we're gonna have an open concept of our bathroom with some dividing, of course, but the space will look bigger. Um, there's enough space for a king size bed, a nice living room, and a smaller bathroom. But I'm sure our interior designer is working on amazing things to transform this room into elegance. So one thing that I want to show with this room is that every construction person that came in here, those wooden boards that are on the floor, you can't find anymore. They're so white, they just don't have trees anymore to make them that way. So I'm sure you can get them for very, very high price, but this is one thing that they told me that this is amazing. So definitely want to keep those, but put some new life in it. And then this room was a bedroom too. This is gonna open up, and we're gonna turn it to a smaller small meeting room for a small meeting or an event space. It's with the walls that we're gonna open up. It's gonna look bigger, but we can at least sit 8 people in here, or a private dinner with their own restroom here, so there can be some private areas here. We can't turn this into a room anymore due to fire. If you want to add the restaurants in the back, then we are not allowed to add a room in this place. So we can serve food here, or we can do meeting space as well. But if the AC works here, it will be another option for us to get our office in here for the first year on the top floor here, and then maybe use downstairs to receive guests and stuff like that. But that's still in the plans to go. So a quick view here from upstairs to the downstairs is that you can see the pond in the back, and in between here, the window, and the concrete wall there, or the stone wall, there will be the dining room. So people will look over. We're higher up than the pond as well. This is rock formation below us. So we will create pathways down to the ponds. And actually people can dine here, but then they can take a stroll to the pond.